Hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Tonight, we're playing one of my favorite cards. I love Grey Merchant of Asphodel. So our big payoff, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, comes down, drains equal to our devotion to black, which, with the help of, like, Phyrexian Obliterators, Gifted Aetherborn, some Lilianas, probably draining our opponent for, like, 5-8 life, which is just absolutely massive. 2 of them probably kills our opponent. So that's kind of the big end game. Speaking of big end games, we also have Phyrexian Obliterator, which is pretty powerful. Our deck can support it. As you can see, our mana has no non-black sources. Everything taps for black mana, so we can cast Obliterator on turn 4 every single game, as long as we have 4 lands. And then it's just a really big, powerful, hard to interact with creature. We also have some Lilianas to deal with our opponent's stuff. Liliana, the Last Hope, good at getting back Grey Merchants and Obliterators that die. In the early game, we have Gifted Aetherborn to hold down the ground. And then we have one Kembo in the main deck, which is a little weird, but a lot of people are playing like KCI, they're playing Arclight Phoenix decks, they're playing Storm, so a lot of decks actually get hated on pretty hard by Kembo, and in the worst case, it hopefully keeps us alive long enough to get to like our Grey Merchants and whatnot. So that's the Black Devotion plan. Also, Phyrexian Arena, just a 1-up for card advantage. Lingering Souls gives us something to discard to our Lilianas and our Collective Brutalities, and then otherwise we have all of our 1-mana stuff, which is halfway removal with Path and Fatal Push, and then halfway discard with Inquisitions and Thought Seizes, and that's basically the deck. Tear our opponent's board and hand apart with discard, play some stuff with a bunch of black mana symbols, and hopefully just drain our opponent out of the game with Grey Merchant and Phyrexian Obliterators. Alright, let's take this out for a spin, see if it actually is going to work. The highlights are great, but the stream's even better live, so you can check it out Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/MTGGoldfish. Good time to interact, ask some questions, show off some deck lists, and just have some fun, so hope to see you then. Alright, so start with Inquisition, step 1. Helix Tribal. Alright, well I guess we take a Helix. Opponent has Helix Tron, and that's about it. Watch us die. Watch us get burnt out. Watch us get it burnt out with 2 Grey Merchants and 4 lads. Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Phone it. Helix down to 10. Untaps. Swift Spear. Gets in for 1. Okay. Oh, Boros Charm. We're down to 4. Oh, Lord. Land. Liliana. Oh my goodness. Kill the Swift Spear. Oh my goodness. Wow. Opponent. Passing. Take up Liliana. We're gonna lose. We are. Searing Blaze down to 3. Sacks a land. Oh man. This is very disappointing. Get in with Obliterator. Hit our opponent. Opponent. Draws. I think we're just going to pretend like that never happened. We're going to just pretend that was a test match. If this deck, okay, we're just going to start over. Same deck, start over. Our deck should be like 90-10 against Burn. It should be impossible. That our deck loses. That should be our best matchup in the whole format. Oh boy. Huh? Okay. What's going on here? Are people really playing main deck Surgicals now? Is that a thing? You just main deck your Surgicals? Well, we're gonna take Spell Pierce. I don't think Infect can really kill Obliterator very easily. Just kidding. They drew a Dismember. They can kill it very easily. Phone it. Passing. Obliterator. Well, just drawing mono removal is actually not the end of the world against Infect. Mono removal is pretty good. Well, there's Inky. Phone it. Passes. Oh. Watch us lose. I mean, we're gonna go for it. I don't think they have creature counters. Grey Merchant? Game? If they could, like, counter it and then just kill us with Ink Moth, I would be so disappointed. Whew. All right, we got there. Well, Pony did not draw a creature, but that made it a little bit easier, and we'll take the win. Our opponent mulled to 4. We should be able to beat, in fact, with 4 cards in hand. Let's just duress and kill. So duress our opponent. This might actually just bring out the concession. Discard a swamp. All right. Opponent has a Pithing Needle, and that brings out the concession. Huh. All right. We've recovered from our embarrassing loss to Bird up to 1-0, and I will say our opponent ran badly. Our opponent ran really badly that match, but we'll take it. A win's a win when you're gray merchanting in Modern. Well, all right. We got Planeswalkers. Many, many Planeswalkers. Godless Shrine tapped. Pass the turn. Sooner. Oh, not KCI. Oh, is it burn? It's burn. All right. Time to see if we can get our revenge. Gets in with Goblin Guide. Lingering Souls on top. All right. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. All right. If we lose to Bird twice in a row, I will not know what's going on in the world. All right. So we take up Liliana on Goblin Guide. Play a Swamp. Run out Gray Merchant. No Skull Cracks. No Skull Cracks. No Skull Cracks. Please. Please, no Skull Cracks. As long as they're done a Skull Crack, this should be good. All right, up to 14. That's what we wanted. Now I feel a little more comfortable. Opponent, oh my god. Wow. Opponent's just got the Burn Dream. Are we going to die through gaining 4? Is their hand that good? That would be insane. Down to 4. Wow, wow, wow. Swift Spear. Okay. Opponent. Passes. Inquisition's dead. Do we tick down Liliana to try to find a Gray Merchant? All right, tick down. Whiff. Well, we get to Lingering Souls. Flash back Lingering Souls. Get in with Gray Merchant. Polluted Delta. Go. Oh, come on. No death. No death. They don't have too many 4 damage burn spells. And we can tick down again to hopefully find a Gray Merchant. Opponent. Attacks. Top card. Land. Well, block, 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 block. All right, Gray Merchant. Gray Merchant. Land. Tick down. Gifted Aetherborn. Well, Gifted Aetherborn is great if our opponent whiffs this turn. If our opponent whiffs this turn, it's going to be really helpful. But we're also really close to just dying. Can this deck not beat Burn? Wow. Wow. I really don't understand. Looking at this deck list, it feels like it should not be able to lose to Burn. But maybe this is a horrible matchup and we can't beat Burn. I really do not get it. I really do not understand. My mind is boggling. Literally, the bad kind of boggling. All right, let's play the land. Run out Obliterator. That's going to shut down the creatures at least. Pass the turn. Opponent. Helix is our face. 2 cards in hand. We could use a Gary. Gary would be a good one. Opponent passing. Polluted Delta. Well, play Polluted Delta. Play Lingering Souls. Take up Liliana. Gonna be close. Wow, opponent discarded a Lightning Bolt? What is our opponent's hand? They must have like double... I do not understand. Okay, Searing Blood. Combat. Attack. What's our opponent holding? It's got to be like Boros Charm or Searing Blood. If they're discarding Lightning Bolts, plays a land. And passes. I'll play Gifted Aetherborn. Take up. Skullcrack to 5. Attack with everything. Hit our opponent. Well, we're not dead next turn, because they can't deal 5. Down to 8. Oh, man. Are we going to redeem ourselves? We might be. Opponent scoops it up. Whew. How come you never draw Gary unless the board is empty? That is a fair question. We have not had a ton of huge gray merchants yet. And we didn't draw land. Well, past the turn. This might be going south. This might be going south. Opponent. Combat. Attacks. Well, kill Eidolon down to 9. Opponent passes. Well, there's our land finally. Play a swamp. Gifted Etherboard. I don't know. I don't know. We might have found a way to lose to burn. Pass the turn. Opponent. Cracks. Not impossible we're just straight up dead here. Sacred Foundry untapped. Likely we're straight up dead here. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Whew. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I thought that this was a almost unlosable matchup, but apparently it is a very losable matchup. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. All right. Well, we've learned something this stream. And the thing we've learned is apparently we can very much lose to burn constantly. Oh, boy. All right, opponent. You're going to need an answer for this. Opponent. Endbringer. Well, that's a big baddie. Opponent. Passing. Well, Polluted Delta. Crack Polluted Delta. Grab a swamp. Endbringer is an issue. Gray Merchant you for 7. Yeah, let's get in with Obliterator. If you want to block, you can block. We got to try to close this game out. Opponent down to 9. That means a Gray Merchant. Gray Merchant number 2 is game. Hopefully, if our opponent doesn't have anything. That would be the draw. I mean, we need to chain together Gray Merchants. That is it. Chalice on 1. Opponent passes. Well, okay. Step 1. Okay. Oh boy. Staying alive. Staying alive. Wow, draws a card. Yeah, attack. Wow, punt and game. They drew a card. They could have kept us from attacking. Whoo! Wow, that was oh, our opponent thought they were dead to the trigger too. we both miscounted the trigger. We both miscounted the trigger. Oh my goodness. We both thought it was 9 because I thought I was going to kill him with it too. Is this the first match? We are actually in round 4 of our league. Inquisition. Well, that's a risky keep. Opponent kept 1 land, 2 companies, 2 ether vials. Huh. Alright, Botanical Sanctum and ether vial. Yup. Opponent passes. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent. Come on, no lands. We'll take a no land. Opponent. Takes up. They draw the land. They play an ether vial. Opponent. Passing. They'll play Marsh Flats. Crack Marsh Flats. Godless Shrine. Untapped. Liliana. Take it up. Discard. Yeah, alright. We'll just discard Souls. Opponent's going to discard Company, I assume. Discards a Company. Alright, pass the turn. No way! That was their draw? So they get to kill Liliana? Oh, the odds of that are so low. Wow, that was the one card they could draw that was good. Yeah, Selfless Spirit, grows Mausoleum Wanderer, fires up Mutavault. Wow, that was so insane. Well, Flashback Lingering Souls. That was so rough. Pass the turn. Mutavault, opponent. Big attack. Really? And now a lowered? Okay. Wow. No! No! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
No, sir, I didn't like it.
Wow. And that's game. All right. Well, those were... Wow, that was an unbelievable series of draws. From when we saw our opponent's hand, and it was one land... On turn one, when our opponent untapped, they had Selfless Spirit, a single land, 2 Ether Vials, 2 Collected Companies. Yikes. Yikes, that is... Huh. Wow. Opponent. Sweeper? Oh, Jace. Huh. Okay. Gonna try to set up the Terminus, I assume. Well, we do get to kill Jace at least. Yep, Brainstorms. And passes. Ooh. That I like. Phyrexian Arena's a great draw. Phyrexian Arena, go to combat. Kill Jace. Hit our opponent. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Yeah, our one of... Oh, they didn't even have Terminus? Oh. Well, that's even better. Oh, they're just going to keep throwing Planeswalkers to the slaughter. Okay, sure. Teferi. Well, that's a good thing for us to kill. I'm doing well tonight, Sinside. How are you tonight? Good to see ya. All right, Teferi. Untaps. Well, we get to draw 2. Yeah, let's Inquisition. A million paths and a disallow. Huh. Well, I guess we take disallow. Go to combat. Everything at Teferi. Opponent. Paths. Well, we get a land out of our deck. Teferi to 1. Play the Swamp. Yeah, flashback Lingering Souls. Pass the turn. We draw a land. Well, go to combat. Teferi, Teferi, Teferi. Everything else at our opponent. This better work. If we don't get this Teferi off the battlefield. All right. Teferi finally dead. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks. Wow. And the Terminus. Yup. Liliana? Well, we ran him out of cards. There's no Torment of Hailfire, although we probably, in this matchup at least, it actually would be good. Opponent logic nods. Yup. Well, no Planeswalkers, please. Please, no Planeswalkers. It's a Jace. Okay. We can't catch a break tonight. We just cannot catch a break. Detention Sphere. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. Opponent passes. Hey, it's a path. That's a dead card. We will pass the turn. If our opponent keeps ticking up, if we ever have 2 good cards in a row, that could change things. Like a Lingering Souls even. Puts a card to the bottom. Opponent passes. Well, play Obliterator. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, Magic. Why do we play this game? Why? Okay. Well, this was an interesting league. Boy, oh boy. So we finished with a 2-3. I still can't believe some of the losses along the way. The Spirits one in particular. The way that game went, I feel like we would win that a very high percentage of the time, but sometimes you have just the exact 4 or 5 cards in a row on top of your deck. I mean, I think the deck is fine. Modern is a interesting format at the moment, and it's pretty swingy and high variance, and you do what you can do. So I don't know. It's a weird time to be playing to be playing decks like this, I think it's a good, like, I think it's a competitive deck. But I think that probably the best thing to do in Modern right now is not really try to play fairly and just try to Goldfish to turn 3 kills. That seems like that's what a huge percentage of the best decks are doing, which it makes it tough right now to be the Gray Merchant player because everyone else is trying to get like 3 Arclight Phoenixes on the battlefield on turn 2 or whatever. So I think the deck, it's sweet and it's powerful and it's good, but I'm not sure if it's really in the right place in the meta at the moment. Yeah, I feel like that's one thing I've realized lately playing more Legacy is in Legacy, you have some really powerful, even more powerful than Modern unfair decks, but you have things like Force of Will to answer them. Modern doesn't really have a Force of Will. Thoughtseize, I guess, is as close as you could get. Some people said Rest in Peace is your Force and Will, but it's not really exactly the same. Thoughtseize, it protects you on turn 1, but we saw in some of our games, as the game goes along, on like turn 8, it's a very bad draw, when Force of Will doesn't lose its value as much throughout the game. And then like Rest in Peace, it can be your Force of Will in like 30% of matchups or something, but it doesn't necessarily Force of Will the other matchups. So I don't know. I think that's where we're at with Modern at the moment. I still really like Modern, but I think right now Modern is a place where I'm enjoying it less than I have it a lot of times in the past. I don't especially like where the format is at the moment, but we do have a BNR coming, and that might shake things up. We do have a lot of new cards coming that some of them are going to be Modern playable. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Just unban every card. Oh no. If you unban everything, it gets way more broken. Way more broken. And I think that brings us to the end for tonight, everyone. So, reminders on the way out the door. Number 1, bonus stream next Wednesday. Planning on streaming like normal, but also bonus stream Wednesday. Arena, full account from Wizards, Ravnica Allegiance preview. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, replay YouTube. If you missed anything, check it out there. Normal YouTube. We got tons of stuff coming up. Goldfish Gladiators, a Tomer Commander video, which is a rare treat on the YouTube channel. Some Legacy for Much Brew, a sweet standard deck for budget magic. Of course, the sponsor of tonight's stream, Ridge Wallet, and they make super slim front pocket wallets out of carbon fiber and titanium. You can check them out at ridgewallet.com and get 10% off with the code GOLDFISH10. They also offer free shipping. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being awesome. You are super amazing. I love y'all. I will see you on Tuesday with some more. Have a great weekend, whether you're magicking or not. And yeah, I will see you on Tuesday. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.